Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about the challenge All-Stars 4, Episode 8, titled The Queen's Gambit. Before I dive in, this was a great episode, loaded with drama. I put a link in the description so you can try Paramount Plus for free, watch the episode and come back. If you like the content, consider liking and subscribing, but let's dive into it. The episode starts with a very zen Adam woo-sawing some hippy-dippy recaps, and last week was a great week for Adam. He eliminated Brad, earned a star, and revealed publicly that he and Avery have been dating since the show. The players head to a boat party in Cape Town, which looks beautiful, and this boat party has everything. Tina and Veronica in Say Something hats, Laurel and Nicole snuggling up, strip teasing, drinks, and a gorgeous view. Tina tells us that she's proud of herself but needs a freaking star, and Leroy tells us this money would help him to buy a house for his budding family. Nothing really happens on the boat, and they all come home hours and hours later, visibly wasted. Laurel and Cara have a slurred heart-to-heart about Nicole and Laurel, where Cara says that their relationship is hard to watch play out. Cara tells Laurel to cut things off with Nicole, which is great advice, but sometimes not what someone in a toxic relationship wants to hear. Laurel breaks down, and this is probably the most we've ever seen Laurel struggling emotionally. The next day, Cam and Leroy FaceTime with little Kingston, and they remind us of how much they need the money to start building their life, which makes me feel it would be a real bummeroony if they lost the season. Nicole confronts Cara for talking to Laurel and accuses Cara of being obsessed with Nicole and basically trying to sabotage her relationship. Laurel is also annoyed with Cara for this, which isn't really fair because Cara seemed to be really trying to help her out. They head to their daily challenge called Balls Up, an individual challenge where they'll be under a net with balls in it. They each have 5 colored balls assigned to them, and the goal is to eliminate your competitors by knocking out their balls with a long plunger. The challenge will be played in 2 rounds. The first round will have 2 heats to decide the bottoms, where the first 4 people out of each of the 2 heats will be in the bottom, eligible for elimination. The rest of the players will battle again to find the top 2 of the week, and everyone else in the second round will be middles and decide which 2 women will be in elimination. Ahead of the challenge, Laurel and Cam strategize ways to put Cam into the bottom and also make sure Cara doesn't win elimination so they can steal Cara's star.
That's definitely not good for me.
Heading into the first round, everyone in this round has pretty much agreed on Cam and Laurel's plans, so it's not as fun to watch, knowing that they pre-arranged the outcome. The only fun in watching this is Cara is watching from the sidelines and she's pissed. It settles that Cam, Jay, Derek, and Veronica are the bottoms in this round. The second heat sees Cam as the boisterous spectator.
Eliminate whoever you want me to go against.
But Cara's puppet Ace says that everyone is being Cam's puppet here. Cara's plan is to win, so she's busting her ass to not be in the bottom. If this group is trying to get Cara out, which I think they are, they're truly incompetent, with Steve even knocking out his own balls by mistake. The bottoms end up being Flora, Ryan, Steve, and Tina, partially foiling the plan of the day.
That means that we have to move on to Plan B.
Plan B is to let Ace and Avery win the daily so that they can outvote Cara in the middle. Cara tries to bargain with them, but at this point,
she is just an annoying crybaby.
Nicole calls Cara selfish, saying that the whole game she's tried to protect her own star at all costs, which is obviously true. They get started and everyone is targeting Cara, with Cara getting really aggro and elbowing Laurel and Nicole, making this probably more physical than it was intended to be. Cara is first out, with Nicole calling her stupid ass in passing. Plan B is executed perfectly as Ace and Avery win the daily challenge, and Nicole once again openly calls Cara stupid ass as they leave the pit. Cara then makes an ass of herself, getting in Nicole's face, trying to instigate her and get her to get violent. Cara's obsession with her star should truly be studied at this point. TJ congratulates the winners Ace and Avery and offers Avery the option to go into elimination and earn a star back, to which she tells us that she's been feeling like a pawn in the game and is considering sending herself in. The losing group are Tina, Flora, Cam, and Veronica, and the middles, Leroy, Laurel, Nicole, Adam, and Cara will decide which of them will go into elimination. Laurel and Nicole have a public daytime kiss to celebrate besting Cara in a huge display of horniness. Later, Cam consults Leroy on who she should face in elimination. They settle on Tina as the best option. Elsewhere, Tina and Veronica plan ways to save Tina from elimination, and Veronica, the brains of the operation, decides they need to sway Laurel and Nicole. Adam is massaging Avery. Not to talk about this again, but he claims they started dating after the show, and they're clearly hella vibing here. So Veronica approaches Laurel, telling Laurel that if Tina goes into elimination and wins, she'll take Nicole's star. Laurel sees this as a threat and says,
"Then that's every more reason for me to want her to go in and get sent home."
And oop, Cam and Laurel agree again to take Cara's star and also commit to finishing the job later to get Cara out of the game completely. In the nominations, Cara kicks things off with a big speech to yawns and visible reactions from Laurel.
If I'm out of here, you're fucked. So
So what I'm telling you right now.
Laurel has had it with Kara.
Cara, I don't want to fucking hear it. It's over. It's fucking over. Cam and Tina, bitch.
Laurel storms off and Kara and Nicole get into it, with Kara telling Nicole she needs subtitles, which is crazy coming from Kara, who puts on a heavy accent very similar to Nicole's on purpose for some kind of acceptance from others. So they start screaming and Laurel comes back out to tell Kara about herself.
You interpret everything wrong.
In the end, Cam and Tina are nominated, and Cam is summoning her inner Killa Cam for the elimination. They head into elimination where they'll be playing Ladies and the Tramp.
Why are you looking at me saying tramp?
They'll be on trampolines with a giant wall in front of them. They need to jump to see a puzzle key and recreate it on their puzzle. I'd give the advantage to Cam in this because I doubt Tina can outjump her, and I feel like every time the Bestie Alliance does things like this, they break a bone. Avery opts out of the elimination, missing out on a pretty easy star because I think she could easily have won this against Tina and maybe even Cam. They get started and it's a pretty even matchup, with Tina really looking like she's crushing the trampoline, but she's putting a lot of energy into jumping as Cam is doing little bunny hops and still seeing her key. Cam ends up winning the elimination, eliminating Tina in the process. And we have to say goodbye to Tina here, who's one of my favorites of all time. I just love her vibe and think she's hilarious. She came into the season decently well connected, being a part of the Besties Alliance with Tina and Veronica. And there were some old school cast members I thought she'd have good vibes with, like Adam, but Adam seemed to really hate Tina, really playing against her and saying he sees her as a shit stirrer. It's clear that the other cast members didn't really take her seriously in the game. It was mentioned a lot that Tina was a terrible game player, starting with Tina getting a lot of shit when she voted for Rachel, even though she was the last one to vote, and her vote didn't matter, which seems like a smart play to me. I didn't really see any bad gameplay coming from Tina, though when Rachel was eliminated, that was pretty much the beginning of the end for Tina. Overall, this was a pretty solid outing for Tina. She had some funny moments. She won a daily challenge. She didn't get medically disqualified. I'd love to see Tina come back for a future season, but I need these producers to give me what I want, which is the Beth and Tina reunion. So I took a detour recording this to Google Beth Tina restraining order. So apparently after all these years, Beth still refuses to film with Tina, but I still want to see it. After Tina's departure, Cam obviously steals Starless Maria's star, and TJ does a backflip. Like I said earlier, this was a really solid episode, and I'm coming into the back end of the season really invested and excited about what could possibly happen. There are so many really great storylines happening all at once, and it's really exciting that all of the stars of the season's drama storylines are shaping up to be in the final together. I couldn't tell you who's the front runner to win right now, but I want you to tell me. Let me know in the comments who's the one person you think has the best chance of winning out of this group. That's all I have to say about this week's episode. Like and subscribe if you like the video. I'll be back next week to talk about more challenge. Until next time, have a nice weekend. Bye.